Hello. Welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
I'm Ryan.
Yes! Like, I totally felt that. Like, you were bringing the magic,
inspired.
man. Like, that was... Oh, man, I was trying to get that level, and you just do it. Like, you just nail it every time. I gotta practice more. Jeez, dude.
All comes from ham boning.
You ham bone better than anybody. Oh, get it now, get it now.
Yeah.
Oh, that should have come with some moonshine right here, right there. So how you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It is a 5 Wednesday month.
Yes.
Yet we still find ourselves
with some good stuff.
Buried beneath many books.
Good stuff. Luckily, we did not go at this alone.
Yes.
We had some suggestions. So thank you, our faithful watchers.
Yep.
Where do you want to start? Because, I mean, like, we tackled 2.
Yes.
And then we deferred.
One of the 2, I think we really need to discuss in detail, because I think it was very, 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 very absurdly well done.
Let's talk about it then.
Start there?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Let's go hardcore. Where do you want to go? Which one are you talking?
Valiant. Rapture.
Whew.
Yeah, Kent is a master. Like, the dude can write.
Matt knows what he's doing. Matt knows what he's doing. I'll tell you, okay, here's how I knew that he knows what he's doing.
Okay.
As I've previously kind of naysayed Valiant for having stories that you almost have to know so much going in, this is one of those stories, but he still finds a way for you to find it, like, immediately accessible.
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
Immediately.
If you've never picked up a Valiant book, you don't know who the Geomancer is. You don't know who Ninjak is.
Right.
Eternal Warrior, like all the different things are referenced.
And yet, you're there.
Yeah.
You get it.
Within a couple pages, I was absolutely pulled in. The dialogue, the way the Geomancer was, like, their thought process.
Oh,
and
so perfect.
Like, the talking, it was so brilliant. Yeah, the art,
I agree.
Art was killer.
I agree.
It was fun. Like, there were parts that were definitely funny. And there were parts where, like, oh, something could go wrong.
Super duper.
There's a really, really cool twist on a story.
A known story.
Yeah.
Like, long term. And they keep doing that, man. Yeah. They did that with the King Arthur thing.
Yeah.
So it's taking, it's almost like Disneyfying, but not. Like, taking known fables and whatnot, fairy tales, if you will, and then bringing something brand new and interesting to it. Boom, right there.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Art-wise, is fantastic.
Yes.
I really dig it. I didn't catch who was doing the artwork for that one.
I do not have it written down.
Okay,
I'm bad at my job, and
that's
I should be fired.
No. I didn't even catch it either. I was so in love with the story that I was just there.
Yeah.
Like, it just was. So
no fault. And it's a simple kind of setup for the story. The character's finding out something really, really bad is about to happen.
Right.
You assemble your team.
Right.
And then when you see, like, they get to the place they have to do the stuff, I'm just like, oh my gosh.
And it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's so perfect. I was afraid, though, that this one was going to be a done-in-one, just like the, was it Immortal Brothers?
Yeah.
I was afraid of that. I'm glad it's not.
Yes.
Because I was vexed. I was in there.
Yeah.
So, very happy that this seems to be at least a short ongoing series. But, the idea, Rapture, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It really does. And that's, you have to read it to figure out
you
what
got to
they're
read
talking
it.
about.
You got to read it to know. Yeah. But it's cool.
Yeah.
It's definitely cool. I think, honestly, that one is probably a hard one to beat in terms of Book of the Week.
Yeah.
But we still have some pretty good ones.
Yes, we do.
Where do you want to go next? You want to go to the other one that we shared, or you want to go separate?
Let's go separate.
What do you got?
All right. Aftershock is one of the smaller imprints that is on the rise.
Right.
And Images paved the way for that with creator-owned stuff, and
yes,
it can be successful. So I've just kind of taken the tact: if it's an Image #1, I'm going to read it. If it's a Valiant #1, I'm going to read it. And if it's an Aftershock #1, I'm going to read it.
Fair game.
So this one's the normals.
Okay.
Glass and Clara were the creative team on it, and once again, it's another thing where the writing is very snappy. It draws you in right away. There's kind of a fourth wall break, but it's actually really endearing. It's a kind of a touching story about a family, and they think something is wrong with one of their kids, an injury or something, and they go back home to the town where they grew up, to try to figure out what's going on. And that's when the reader finds out, oh my gosh, there's some really cool
some stuff.
Yeah.
Some things.
Yes.
It's just a, classic, take it back home, the safe ground, back to basics, but that's when the story really begins.
Yeah, throw some Blade Runner in.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, it is very, very good. I'm glad that I read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty.
Okay. Wow. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, so I took on Destroyer. This is from Boom Studios. This is a brand new #1 as well. From Victor LaValle. I don't know why I chose to read that one. I mean, maybe seeing Victor on the cover, I was like, I believe in this guy. I believe in this guy. Dietrich Smith did the artwork on it. Here's the concept. You take Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and the circumstances of her life when she was writing it, attach to it police brutality and Black Lives Matter movement. Go.
Synthesize it.
Right. Now, obviously, that's a far stretch, but the acumen that LaSalle is actually writing from, it actually seems like he might be able to pull this off. Like, obviously, when I was looking at it, and I'm like, okay, what is this? I mean, the cover was fantastic. Love the cover. Check that out. For no other reason, posterize that, please. But upon reading it, I was like, whoa, this is heavy. This is big.
Yeah.
You know, and I almost feel like in the same way of Ta-Nehisi Coates, who wrote or is writing Black Panther, this is a person that's coming from the lit world, stepping into comic books. Now, I'm not saying that he's not familiar with comics. I think he actually has far better grasp of it than Ta-Nehisi did when he first started. But this one is a big story. Like, this is not like, I almost feel like in the way that Fight Club 2 wasn't really as good as a monthly digestible. This one will be better suited once it's all collected.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, because it's so heavy. But I'm on for the ride. Like, this is an interesting one. Like, I hope that we see an issue 2 really quickly, because this one is very deep, very emotional, if you will, as well. But great art. Smith is very talented. I really like what I saw there. And the commentary in the back of the book clues you into so much. Again, if you think that this is a little bit heavy, that's a good way to kind of like, oh, this is the direction that they're going for. Let's follow. Let's see what's up. So, not bad. Very bad at all. Last but certainly not least, for Marvel Comics.
Why is it Teen Plus?
Oh, you know why. You didn't catch that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, man. I caught a couple of undercurrent things there. Maybe that's just me and my dirty mind. But Groot.
I am Groot.
Yes. Yeah. I am Groot. I'm Groot. This book was awesome.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
Kind of like a few years back when Rocket Raccoon first had his one with Scotty Young doing the art, and we're like, oh, it's going to be, kind of all agey.
Right?
No,
that one was not at all. And realistically, like this one, in the same way, has things that can easily go over people's heads. Anything that is... I mean, I didn't want to point at you, but anything that's a little bit on the nose could possibly go over your head. But I felt like there were a few teenagerly undertone things there. Maybe it's because I live with teenagers and I have to discern what did you say? I am Groot. I heard what you said. I heard what you said. So
as long as my kids conjugate it properly, we don't care.
Right. There you go. I am Groot. I am Groot. No.
I am Grooting.
Whoa. Not in public. We don't do that in public.
I am Groot.
Bad. But art-wise, this was phenomenal.
Yes.
Like, there was such action and flair to have the kid like Baby Groot that we're all in love with right now. Guardians 2, go see it, please. This was great. Like, a great representation. The story was great. I am really curious as to where this is going to go.
Yeah, because one of my really, really big reservations when I was reading previews about it, I'm like, how is Groot going to communicate?
Yes.
And they're finding really fun ways of tap dancing around this story writing problem.
Yes. I was almost afraid that this was strictly a Groot story.
Yeah.
And so that's all we were going to get was I Am Groot throughout the whole thing. And that's cute, but annoying by page 3. So luckily, that's not what happened. And we actually do have some big storytelling pieces that are in play. So this is kind of awesome.
It's fun. It's playful.
Yes.
It's energetic.
Yes.
There's not a wasted panel where something is always happening.
I agree. And it's good. I think this one, this could be like a sleeper hit, like low key, especially as people are coming off the movie. Yes. Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, it's one definitely for people to check out, and especially in an era where Marvel has a title or two for every character.
Right.
So a lot of things get overlooked. This one should not be overlooked. It's actually really, really solid.
Nab this one. And again, if you have that preteen teenager kid that's like, no, I don't like stuff, try this.
Just let it
try this. This is a good way to like some stuff.
Yeah. And it's reading.
Yes.
It is reading.
Reading is good and fun. Demental.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
That's old school.
Right?
That is old school.
Dude, that should have come with a Book It pizza. Like, that was real. Yeah. Come on. Somebody help me out. You know what, though?
It's time for something, I think.
I think it is. It's time for, what's the thing?
Pizza?
No, not, yes, that one. No, not that one, the other one.
Oh, honorable mentions.
That!
Yeah.
We've got some awesome honorable mentions.
Yes.
We're, I don't even know.
We've gone so...
Yeah, like...
There's not... well, no, these are the same publisher.
Are they the same? Okay, yeah. So they're both Image books. Yeah. Plastic?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So once again, let me preface this with, this is a Ryan book.
Okay.
There are 13 other people, and 2 of them are criminals somewhere in lower... all right, so basically, it's Image Comics. Wagner and Hilliard are the two top listed creators. So anyways... This gentleman is trying to run away from his past.
Very happy-looking guy, if I may.
Yes, he is. Yes, absolutely. Trying to run away from his past. He had a checkered, sort of dark background as a serial killer, and he's on the run with his lover, which is actually just a anatomically correct doll that is human-sized. So yeah, he's back to killing these. He's super sleuthing because someone kidnapped his love, so he's now super sleuthing where they've got his beloved Virginia, and it is creepy. The guy's crazy. Well, I mean, it goes without saying when you carry on a hacksaw like he does.
I mean, wow. Art-wise, though, like
yeah. It's really solid. I would love to see this creative team do something else. No, I absolutely love this. I mean, this is a Ryan book, but yeah, I'd like to see them on something else, like maybe like crime related, but like in a real. I don't know.
This is colorful. I like it.
Yeah.
You are a demented man.
I have problems.
Just no. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. I'm just saying you're a demented man. Super demented. I took on Action Comics number 980. Jurgens, Zurcher. Don't let the cover fool you, baby. You don't know what's going on here. You have no idea. Don't think and be like, I saw the cover. I know exactly what's happening. It's official, though. The Superman Revenge Squad is back and is probably one of the coolest iterations of the team that I've ever seen. We've got Cyborg Superman. We've got Eradicator. We've got Blank. I don't know who Blank is. That's a new one to me, but that's okay. We've got Mongol, right? And Metallo.
Oh, very nice.
But there is one more member to round everything out, but I'm going to save that one. I'm not going to give that one away because that's spoilers.
Yes.
And all those guys were established last issue, so hopefully you already knew that. But it's serious. Like, I love the idea that they are looking at Superman, his now conjoined history, and really kind of putting together where he's going to fit against these other guys.
Oh, very nice.
We also, see some very cool ideas about how Superman feels about Kryptonian matters versus Justice League matters. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I dig a lot. I'm still a little feeling certain kind of way as the last issue, since I can totally spoil this now, the idea that they've moved to Metropolis to make it easier for them to travel. Dan, I love you. Yeah. I do. Like, you are one of the voices responsible for me getting into comics. But that one, Superman moves that fast. Why is this the difficulty? I don't understand. Just zip, zip, and he's at the Daily Planet, like, boom. Worst case scenario, maybe Lois can't go that fast, but they can figure something out.
Yeah, I mean, they have. That's weird. It's such a like a nerd thing.
It is a nerd thing. Excuse me.
It's not.
Actually, I do believe in issue 38. Like I am. I'm doing that right now. I'll admit it. But dagnabbit, I'm right. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Superman doesn't need to commute.
Right. That's what he everything.
Like, that's why his parents sent him to Earth, so he wouldn't have to commute.
Boom! Like, it's literally in the context. Like, read between the lines, guys. That's all I'm saying. No commuting for Superman. He's like, and he's there. We didn't even plan that, and that was amazing.
It was amazing. We're on fire tonight.
Yes, we are. Fire. Yes, we are. Speaking of fire.
On Fuego.
Sun Bakery.
Okay.
Yes.
This is, once again, a book that I am not the target audience for.
Which is fair.
All right. But I read it because my daughter, Tierna, loves it. And it's still that very manga-esque, but also at the same time there's like an indie zine vibe to it, which I think
that's so perfect. It's like manga meets indie zine. Yeah. That is Corey Lewis's style completely.
And it's that. There's the sword fighting, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then there's the skateboard story, which is the one that resonates the most with me because I used to skateboard.
He still does. In his tub. Don't. It's a thing. He does it.
It's creepy.
Mad tricks, though. Mad tricks. Kick flip off the faucet. He does that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Switch.
But I mean, okay, so if you are a fan of Corey's stuff,
yeah,
and there is like a like veritable market for this, like real talk, that's a good book.
Yeah.
I got the first issue, and
it really is. It's solid. It's got that indie vibe that I keep going back to.
Yeah.
Where it's I don't know. It's cool. It's energetic. It's just not for me.
I get it.
That's what I'm taking home for my daughter to read.
Way to again, reading is fundamental.
It is.
Feed the babies.
Yeah.
It's important. I took on EXO #3, and man, this series is killing it right now, dude. Like, I've not cared about EXO so hard in my life. Like, I keep that 100. I am on board with this dude. I'm following Eric's exploits. The dude is going through some action. Yeah. What's irking me is that this is seriously like good stuff, and I have to wait a month. Like, I hate having to wait a month right now. Like, this is, I'm that kid. Hey, y'all got any more of them EXO books, baby? You got any more of those? Itchy. That's so me right now. It's like a really good cartoon that only comes on once a week. Like, that's what, right?
That's crap. I hated that when I was a kid.
Exactly. Like, this is like, no, let me be specific. It's a really good cartoon that comes on once a week when you didn't have DVRs, so you could rewatch it. You had that one time.
The one chance.
That was it. And then the last, like, 2 minutes of it gets co-opted by some infomercial. Ah! No, I'm teasing. It's not nearly that that bad. This is really good because you can take that home and read it again. But, this is such a good book. It was such a hard choice to put this on honorable mentions list, but in order of giving, Rapture, its fair due, I was like, let me not valiant it up too hard. Like,
and that's kind of the same reason where I didn't put it in mine.
Right?
Because I'm like, at this point, it's just obvious. Read it.
Yes.
Read the dang thing.
Do it.
It's amazing.
Do it.
So.
And it's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
It really is.
Oh, man. This was a good week.
Yes. Yeah, it was. And like in other stuff that came out this week, Deadly Class, Redneck, 7 to Eternity, East of West. I mean, there's just so many books this week that were good.
Again, like you said, it's a fifth week, but it's not a fifth week.
Yeah.
Does that mean like next week is gonna suck? No, because it's the first week, so you gotta go hard on that.
Next week is the final week.
Oh, it is the final week. That's right. That's right. Let's go. But no,
we'll find out tomorrow. We get our invoice emailed to us on Wednesday.
So they will know.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe the curse of the fifth week might be upon us, but I doubt it, man.
Yeah.
It's too big. It's too big. It's too big.
Yeah.
I mean, Wonder Woman comes out next week, so I know DC's got to come up with something great. I'm just saying. Definitely hit the subscribe because you know you love this. You know you want to see us all the time. And if you click the bell, it'll tell you when we're there.
Yeah.
And you know what you should really do, though? You should comment. We'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, we're weird that way. Like, we will actually converse with you. Yeah. Because it's what we do, at home, in the dark, typing, late at night.
Lurk in the basement.
Yeah.
Doing my kick flips.
How you doing? And subscribe on Patreon.
Yeah. It's good times.
Still typing.
Wait, you don't just yell at the computer?
No.
I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
You gotta touch it.
Oh my gosh. I'm not.
You gotta touch it.
Computer lied to me.